Hello and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Revelations. My name is Sylphid and with me are... Introduce yourselves.
Vicus.
Sean, it's me.
I prefer to remain nameless as I don't want to be associated with this.
Yeah, we're chartering a jet. Are you
Fair
coming?
enough.
Oh, is that what we're doing, Scurvy?
I'll be there soon.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Good.
They buried her already.
So, what's this?
Heard.
We are currently listening to a couple people talking outside the
God,
Animus.
things got so fucked up so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Is Desmond
I can
still
tell
out?
because we have a very stylish jacket
Yeah,
that probably
we're
wouldn't have
seeing a lot of
existed
brain
in
activity, but
17
monitoring
whenever.
systems shut down, we can't record
This
it.
game takes place in 1511.
Keep me posted, okay? I'll see you soon.
I tried.
Yeah, it's understandable.
So,
History happens.
Yeah, it's historical stuff.
well, I mean, like they said in
is overrun by a
like they said in the
battery of
amazing
Templars.
narrative
The
Final
motive
Fantasy
is clear.
13 too, if you change the
They desire
future,
the
you change the
secrets locked
past.
away in Altair's library.
Exactly, except not really at all.
That's why
Is
he's
that how
wearing
that
that
works?
jacket.
Lead to something called the Grand Temple. Whether or not this is true, I do know the library
Okay, so I see we're getting
is
some
real.
plot going here.
I have seen
Yeah,
its
every-
Oh, do we
stories
talk
sequel-
over the cutscenes in this, or
Yeah,
do you?
so-
yeah.
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
to
don't
ask,
worry
is there
about it.
something wrong with the
Keys which were
video,
sent to
or is it supposed to look this
Constantinople
bad
with Niccolo Polo
in the
almost
background?
300 years ago.
No, that's
Claudia,
definitely an effect
I
of the
must
game.
That's
find
just
these
Animus
keys.
stuff.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
we're just in the
that's-
have
Matrix.
already
Got it.
located one.
That's
I
entirely
do not know how
intentional.
difficult it will be to find the others. Only
It
time
saves a lot
I
on
was really
the
worried
budget,
that
I'm
your,
sure.
your video was like
Limited
all
luck will
pixelated.
tell.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
we,
something they do
we're
with the Animus.
kind of running out of time, and we're running out of money, so let's just throw this crappy background over everything and call it the Animus. Why bother redesigning
That's
assets?
pretty much how it works. I mean, they put all of their money into the kick-ass storyline that is
Oh, yeah.
very, very in-depth
Mm.
and very, very crazy.
Gotta pay those writers what they deserve, right? Because that
Exactly.
totally happens.
Mm. So we're somewhere in the Ottoman Empire, right?
The capital at that, Constantinople.
Istanbul, right?
But wouldn't it be Istanbul at this
Magnificent
point?
sight.
You never heard
well,
that
that's
song?
actually,
Come on.
Like
yeah.
how we both went for that.
No, I know what the
Most
song
city in
says.
Europa has a skyline
It's
quite
been
like
the
this.
Ottoman Empire kept calling
Well,
it
to be precise,
Constantinople
that is
even after it
Europa.
captured it. But the local
That
name
is
for the
Asia.
city was Istanbul.
Ah.
And after
Some
the
borders in
Ottoman
the
Empire
Ottomans cannot
crumbled
move.
at the end of World War I and the
Very few.
Republic of Turkey came to power,
You are
then
Italian
they
by the
renamed it
sound.
to Istanbul.
But your outfit is
Oh,
not.
so it was more of an
Have you been traveling
Ataturk
long?
thing
See,
that happened.
I'm
I didn't
local
actually
then.
realize that.
I left Rome 12
Right.
months ago looking
It hasn't even been
There we
100
go.
years.
We're learning
since-
some history.
and that search
Yeah,
brought me
it hasn't
here.
even been 100 years since
When I was a
Right.
child,
this
my
city
father
has
told
been
me
known as
stories about the fall
Constantinople.
of Constantinople.
You must mean the
It is
conquest
much
of
like
Istanbul.
how Iran
I
was
suppose
called
the moral of
Persia
that
for a
story
really
matches
long
the temper
time,
of the man
until
telling it.
just someday the
That
Persian
we can-
ambassador to the League of
Exactly.
Nations, I think, just said, "Hey, stop calling
Constantinia
it
is a
Persia.
city
It's
for
Iran
all
now."
kinds and creeds. Students like me or
We don't talk
travelers
about that
such as
anymore.
yourself.
There we go. Who needs you, G-Up?
Yeah, well, Prince of
have all
Iran
the
doesn't
history
really
we
carry
need.
the same ring to it.
No. Well, we can't
It's true.
insult G up too
Some
much.
flow as
since
well.
We can't insult G
I
up
have
too
so
much
much work
since
to
he
return
said
to.
he'd do historical
But
content
it
for
is
this
good to be
thread.
home.
Work.
Oh, great.
When I
I
was
can
your
insult
age,
G-Up all I want.
my
Thank you
interests
very
were-
much.
I would
Mods?
think so.
Come at me,
You've
Oh,
worked,
shit.
Salve.
yeah, you've worked with him a lot
Incredible.
on
I
previous
am surprised you
LPs.
got anything done.
As was my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
was
you
a
made an
pleasure speaking.
Yeah,
entire
I'm sure he'll
LP
love
out of
doing history
insulting
stuff
him.
for this.
I hope you find something to hold your interest.
Yeah, it was great.
I have faith I will.
Yeah, more like scrub.
Yardım edebilir miyim efendim?
Taunting the LP moderator.
A scholar and a gentleman. You are full of
Go
surprise.
big or
Yeah, I
go
don't know if you
home.
can do
Why,
that.
why
Very
taunt,
few,
why
my
taunt
friend.
someone that isn't
Except
in
all
authority
mine.
when you can?
That's true.
I mean, that's basically what happens all the
Right, so
time.
what
in
are we
this
doing
game.
here?
Unless the legend is alive,
Ezio is just
you
arriving at
demand a long
Constantinople
commute.
and is being
Renowned
greeted by
master
the
and
leader of the
mentor.
local assassins.
Ezio Auditore, the
Ah.
Prego.
And he's become a legend in his time here, right?
I have a
Right.
hard time remembering
Ezio
that
just got off
Italian gibberish.
kicking the Templars out of Italy at the end of Brotherhood.
The city where I was
So
born.
he's achieved the rank of Mentor
Okay.
within the Assassin Brotherhood.
So,
He's probably
by
the
your
highest
custom,
ranking
I
living
would
member of
be
the Assassins.
Yusuf Tazim da Istanbul. I like that.
You'll frequently
Yet
hear
another name for
characters
the
refer to
city.
him as
Ever.
Mentor with
It's
a
a local
capital
favorite.
M, and that's what they're referring
Mentor
to.
da Firenze.
Right. Oh,
We'll
there
show
it
you
is.
around.
Yeah,
Oh, they call it like a title, Mentor da Firenze.
right. The hierarchy
need
of
to-
His
the
health is looking a little low for a Mentor.
I need to change my name to Scurvy Kip Da something awful.
But yeah, the hierarchy of the Assassins is a little unclear, but Mentor is pretty high up in the ranks.
How old is Ezio at this
This makes
point?
sense. They're all about that kind of thing. Learning the
Ezio,
truth.
Ezio is either in his late 50s or early 60s right about now. So he's pretty old.
He's old enough to be using Just for Men Touch of Grey.
Right. And he... and
I still have a hard time believing that exists. It's just like, really?
If you want to work in management but don't want to seem too old.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So
And-
this is Yusuf.
yeah, this is completely made up since Yusuf is probably not a historical figure.
Probably
They-
not a
every
historical
once in
figure,
a
but we
while
don't
they'll-
really know that because they pull some really, really obscure people out sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if
But he
Yusuf...
probably doesn't exist.
Yeah. They
My,
make up a lot of...
my days scouring Wikipedia are endless searching for this Yusuf.
You won't
Yusuf.
find more diversity anywhere
sorry.
else in the city.
You meet a
And
lot
of course, you
people...
don't really know if that would be how you'd
Assassins
spell
make
his
their own.
name.
I would like to see
You meet a
where.
lot of people
Oh yeah,
whose
when you get the
names
language
sound
barrier
real.
and translation errors over the
Always
course of
eager to
centuries,
meet
yeah, that can get really bad.
Yeah, you meet Ubisoft names a lot
was
of
that?
people who sound like they have
Does everyone in
legitimate
this city know
names
I'm
of the
here
era,
Well,
but
you
they're
know,
fakes.
Holy Land
They do that a
does
lot in
what
these
they
games,
do.
but you'll frequently meet people this game.
They
this
sound
series prides
authentic.
itself-
Set out.
Yeah, exactly.
Violence
They
was so
sound
far from
authentic,
my
but they
mind.
may not necessarily be so.
I sought wisdom. The contents of Altair's
They're like
library.
take out Mexican food.
Not realizing it has been sealed for 3 centuries.
All the
No,
ingredients
I
are there.
assumed
But
as much. But I never expected to find Templars guarding it.
Very troubling, no?
so what are we doing the classic walking conversation about here?
Yeah.
A small
It seems to be a theme with
dreams
cities in this
the
game where as soon as you get to
Byzantine
them, you sort of take a little
But they're growing
walking
in
tour
number,
of them.
day by day.
I kind of like
You
that.
did.
Is it on his way out?
It certainly beats two
Yeah,
talking
they've done
heads
that a lot.
standing in the same
Is there
spot
no heir to
forever,
the
just
Ottoman
talking.
throne?
Not just one.
Yeah.
Two
It lends a little bit of realism to this series that is so chock full of realism.
Certain cost.
You did that with Leonardo da Vinci when you got to Venice in Assassin's Creed 2. You did that with Machiavelli in Rome, and now you're doing it with Yusuf Tazim in Constantinople.
There you go.
Yeah, I've only
Keeping
played
their continuity.
Between the
Assassin's
Templars
Creed
and the
1,
Ottomans.
and that was one of the most
Busy.
boring fucking games ever.
Oh, watch out!
It was
Yusuf.
really interesting, but it was really boring.
Should have used a sword instead of a gun. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't an Indiana Jones movie, so
This is apparently it's an anti-Indiana Jones movie. Oh, okay
oh
then.
my god, that was brutal. That was metal as
Yeah,
fuck.
he
I
got
like this
he
game
got-
already.
More Templar! Look sharp!
Yeah, he got a sword
Through his
stuck
head.
right through his head.
Was that intentional?
No. Watch.
Well, that's one of the kill animations he can do.
Because I know that one of the
Yeah, the thing with there are a lot of
The
Byzant.
regions, now the rats.
Oh, go ahead.
the thing I remember a lot. about-
Yeah, there are a lot. The thing with Byzantines.
There's a bit of lag on the Skype call. Sorry, people.
Ottoman soldiers have
Okay,
a special
yeah.
loathing for these Byzantine thugs.
Oh boy.
That gives us some breathing room.
Yeah.
much?
There are Byzantine Templars and regular
Just look at
Ottoman
them
soldiers wandering around
But they
Constantinople,
about
and
the
if they ever run into each other, they'll frequently
It's not
start
so bad,
fighting.
really.
Nice.
First time in
I
Yeah.
love
decades,
infighting.
The assassins have a strong
Yeah,
presence
it's
here.
hilarious.
It wasn't always
It's hilarious to get involved
Under
fighting
the Byzantine Emperor,
some
the
Byzantines,
assassins were hunted
and then a
down
bunch of
and killed on the spot.
Ottoman soldiers come around and start fighting them. And you can just run off and watch the AI fighting itself.
Your new best friends.
I like, I mean, I was introduced to infighting all the way back in Quake. And that
We're
was
almost
really
there.
fun.
There's something great about computers
I'm always a
fighting
fan
each
of
other,
games that
each other
have
in
infighting.
PvE games. Like, no matter what, it's always fun.
Exactly.
See, I guess it makes sense that the Templars would not really be friends.
And right now
around
we
here,
are in the Gallic.
or welcome people around here. I guess is the best way to
Yeah,
put
the Byzantines were overthrown
This
more
way.
than 60 years ago at the time this game starts. But I wonder why they're still wandering around here.
Like Byzantine, like soldiers or whatever?
Yeah, they call themselves. The game calls them Byzantine Templars.
that. Interesting.
Oh. Well, because they're part of the Templars, and therefore we need an
Mentor,
excuse to
say hello to
put
your
Templars in
extended
there.
family.
Salute a voi, assassins.
Maybe they
It is an honor
designed
to
all
find
this,
such
all
fast
these set
friends so
pieces
far from home.
in between the like when the
You see,
game was in
brothers,
its early stages
our
and
mentor
realized
is
the
not afraid
timeline
to
didn't
eat
work
pork
out at
in
all.
front of people.
Needed an excuse.
Do not worry. I will not make a habit out of it.
Ezio and I were ambushed on the way here. I'd like some of you to do a
Well, it
sweep
would
of
also
the
be.
area.
Well, it's also
Hey, man.
related to the plot in that the Ottoman Empire is sort of friendly with the
And you,
assassins. Unlike the Christian kingdoms in Europe, they aren't run by Templars.
Maybe find
So
someone in Rebecca.
the assassins like hanging out near the Ottomans
Right.
because
One
they
idea.
the Ottomans at least let them camp out in their empire.
I've kind of noticed as a general thing with these games that like they really go out of their way to make white people the evil guys, and I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I'm perfectly happy to have a story where like non-white people are actually the good guys, but it definitely seems like they do that a lot.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you can always wait for Shaq Fu Allegedly Reborn.
that's the game I want to play.
But yeah, we're currently in the Asiatic side of Constantinople in the Galata district.
Oh, boy.
Right, because Constantinople
The
is on the
European
strait,
side of the
or in between the strait of what's it called it?
right,
Bospora. I think that's it.
right. The
Earn enough
Phosphorus.
money to buy new armor. And by earn, we mean pickpocket absolutely everyone.
They don't need it.
and yeah, unlike in Assassin's Creed 2 and I think Brotherhood, you don't have to hold down circle near someone to pickpocket.
Oh, it's just like a
from them.
mode?
You just have to fast walk. into
Oh,
them.
okay. That's easier.
It
Yeah.
just happens automatically. That's like somehow even worse.
100% sync. Good
Like,
job.
Ezio. Oh man. Good job.
Nice job buying
great.
that armor.
You bought that armor exactly like
Achievement
Ezio would have.
unlocked.
Praise the heavens! We feared we had lost our mentor to the vices of the big city.
I am content with my
Oh,
own
Ezio.
vices, grazie.
Ezio
You know,
was
like
voiced by Roger.
stealing
Your
people's
mind,
life savings
Ezio.
right out of their pockets.
Tell me more about the Templars.
Yeah.
You call them
But
Byzantines.
Ezio is voiced
Byzantine
by
Empire
Roger
was
Craig
overthrown.
Oh,
Smith,
hey, here's
who's
that
always
plot.
done the voice,
These
and
men
he's also
are
known
remnants
as the
a
voice
line
of
loyal
Chris.
to the cause of the last
Yeah.
emperor, Constantine XI.
Roger Craig
Who's
Smith
the now,
also
however?
voices Chris Redfield, and is the new voice
Capisco.
of Sonic, I believe.
Oh,
Suppose
huh.
it
I
is
did
up
not
to
know
me
that.
to find out.
So,
Ezio, where is your hook blade?
My hook blade.
so yeah, he gets
You ever
around,
seen
but
one?
not as much as Troy
I grew up
Baker
in
does. Troy Baker's like the go-to male lead
That
voice
is
nowadays.
utterly
Also, I
ridiculous
want that
and
thing.
Show me how
probably
it works.
not that good of a weapon.
Yeah, it's you can
I'm
be a
trying to
pretty
understand the
huge jerk
practical
with the
use
hook
of
blade.
this, and it just doesn't make sense compared to a straight sword, a straight edge.
It'll make sense when we can
Well,
zip
it's-
line
it's
around.
good for
I'm
grappling
going
around
to be
as-
spurging about. I'm going to spurg out about weapons for a second. Oh, I see. Okay, that's the application. Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's a grappling
I'm
device.
gonna punch someone in
and,
the face with
it
it.
allows Ezio to stab
I'm
people.
gonna let this one slide.
Yourself, Ezio.
Yeah, the hook blade. The hook blade is the funnest means of manual conveyance in the series so far.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of neat stuff.
Oh, so you have like a lot of control over it.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool.
It's definitely one of the
I'm
things
just
about the
still,
Okay,
series.
and that
wouldn't
little-
that get
that little-
trapped in someone's flesh.
Like, it's definitely one of the things about the series that
That spinning sparkly thing we just passed.
the hook blade or like that.
Do you
It's
use
very
the
easy
blade
to
as a weapon?
control, like, but sometimes it kind of feels like you don't have enough control of it. Like it's just really doing cool things for you automatically.
Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that's weird with this game is that you have a lot of maneuvers, but they're kind of hard to pull off because your character is kind of sluggish. Like, there's.
Well, of course he's sluggish.
kinda
He's
hard-
like in
it's
his
kinda-
fucking 40s, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of how the series plays.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, you see that sparkly thing in the distance I just
I
passed?
do, yes.
So so now you're targeting him.
Okay, I will talk about those later.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ignore those for the moment.
Well, that's a
but
shame.
We'll get
You're
around
so
to it.
lonely looking.
Well, yeah, but I just want to complete these sort of introductory missions before
Before you get into the
I get
hardcore
too far-
collectathons.
I get too far distracted by shiny things. Yeah. Well, I won't show you the hardcore stuff. I mean, yeah, I won't show you the hardcore stuff because it's just me bumbling around Constantinople looking for shiny things. But
That's yeah.
next video I'll sort of be doing
That's
a more
normally what I
grand
do when I
tour
go
of
on
the
vacation.
city.
Watch and learn, Ezio. We call this a hook and run.
Okay then.
Sprint at your opponent, and just as you do, use the hook
And then they just stopped.
Wow, that guy's a dick. Oh, okay,
What?
they're actually practicing on these guys. Oh, okay, that's that
Oh,
was
oh,
great.
he's fine.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that to him.
Why?
I don't know how
What
I
did
did
you
that.
do?
I don't know
Oh,
how.
oh, he's okay.
I don't know how I
He's
did that
fine.
to him.
Thank God. Oh,
Yeah, I was actually a
games
bit worried
are-
that he sort of
These games are
crumpled.
perfectly programmed. Nothing is wrong.
I was sort of worried he crumpled and died, and I'd have to restart the mission because he wouldn't get back up.
Sorry, Desmond.
Pretty
The Animus was having a bug.
The standard Ottoman hook blade has two parts, you see. The hook,
hook and the blade.
and the blade.
Whoa.
Wow, no wonder
Use
you call
one
it that.
Or the other. An elegant design.
Yeah. Although I
wouldn't
suppose
really call it
he was
elegant.
making a joke there.
Va bene.
I would hope
Let's
so.
go.
Ooh, under 60
Now
seconds.
we get to climb, I think, the single largest structure in the
It's a
game.
race.
Nice, and you're
Well,
gonna do it in a
that's
minute.
That's not
that
really a race.
Cool. You climb the
he's
largest
all- he's
structure
all-
this early in
yeah.
the game?
It may be, I'm not sure since I can't really do side-by-side
Having
comparisons.
fun?
Maybe one of the minarets in the other parts of town are taller, but this is certainly the most
That's right.
distinctive
Let the
structure
hook
if you're
blade
just scanning
do
the
the work.
skyline of Constantinople.
Most phallic.
So do you spend the entire game here?
What's that?
Do you spend the entire game in Constantinople?
Ishtiboile. Throw yourself
Pretty
into it.
much. There's some parts that take place outside the city, but this is where you'll spend about 95% of the game.
It's basically Rome to brohood.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, except it's an even bigger city than Rome.
It has two sides.
Exactly.
Welcome to Constantine,
Constantine.
Ezio, the crossroads of the world. Many generations of men have ruled the city, but they have never subdued her. She always bounces
I mean,
back.
it is an absolutely
It seems a
gigantic
fine
city.
place to call
It does
home.
look pretty big.
It
It's
is.
an actually absolutely
Race it to the
gigantic
bottom.
beard too.
Well, if you're gonna race, why are you... That guy's... Never mind.
Yeah. He's just goofing
Oh,
around.
thank God there's a pile of hay on top of the tallest tower in
It
the
could have been a
land.
mission.
But yeah, that mosque way in the background there, that's the Hagia Sophia.
Is that how you say that?
We'll be exploring much of the European side of this city next video. The
So why
Hagia
did you get
Sophia.
Yeah.
250 whatevers?
I'm
Yeah,
impressed,
it means
Yusuf.
holy wisdom in
My
Greek.
brothers
did
in
know
Roma
that.
would like this.
I just knew the
Just
spelling
give
is like
credit where
Hagia
it is due.
Sophia. Didn't
Yusuf,
realize the
çabuk buraya gel.
pronunciation was,
Huh?
I guess,
An
just
attack
more
on two
Eastern
fronts, Galata
European.
and the Grand Bazaar.
It's
Every
pronounced
day,
Hagia.
same bad news.
Exactly.
How is your appetite for
Okay,
salt?
I got a question.
I do what I must.
Why do they just
Good man.
randomly speak in their own language and then randomly in English? Is that like an animus thing, or is it just?
That may be sort of a Ubisoft
Yeah,
stylish
that's kind of
thing.
an Assassin's Creed thing.
Or they're just too
Gets
lazy
a
to
little-
actually have it in the language. They're just like, yeah, we'll just use
it's an
these flip
accessibility thing.
phrases.
They know that English-speaking people are meant to be playing the game.
It's yeah, it
When he tires of running, an assassin must take
Yeah.
to the air.
Yes.
and it's not that Ubisoft has trouble hiring sort of speakers of different languages to do their games. They hired a Mohawk voice actor for the main character in Assassin's Creed
Oh,
3.
really? Wow.
And they had actual Native American voice actors doing that game. So I'm sure it was within their power to get a Turkish speaker to do the Turkish characters in this game, but the in-game explanation for it is that the Animus defaults things to English for ease of user accessibility.
I'm glad they have an explanation at least.
I don't know. I thought it would be cooler. I thought it would be cooler if they would, just it had the English
Templar
subtitles,
Scout.
but it would be in
And another there.
the native language.
Watch this.
Well, you can always change the language to other languages in the options
Yeah, how many
menu.
languages are there in the
Yeah.
game?
For example, they had
Assassin!
just off the top of my head, there's maybe like 3 or 4. I know Spanish and French are one of them, but in the first two Ezio
Yes!
games,
Oh, this is
the
great.
first two Ezio games, yeah, in the first two Ezio games, you could have everyone speaking Italian.
Time to part company.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
head
in
to
this
the bazaar.
this
But yeah,
setting, it's
zip
not
line.
exactly.
Do you see that tower?
See, the Galata Dane.
Evet. I can't be
So
in two
why is
places
he
at
in
once, but
Constantinople and
with
not
you here,
Italy?
I don't have to be.
Needed a new
Haydi
city.
Rascale.
Well, a letter from his father told him about a secret library under the assassin fortress at Masyaf, and when he arrived there in the last video, he discovered it had been overrun by Templars. So he took a book from the Templar
That was pretty
captain there
badass
saying
right
there were
there.
5 keys to Altair's secret library. Yeah.
Walk up, shoot
But
me,
there are
shoot
5
me,
keys
bro.
to
You've
his
heard of the
secret
21
library.
foot
Sorry.
But yeah, there are 5 keys to Altair's secret library. One of them is in the hands of the Templars currently, and the other 4 are somewhere in Constantinople. So that's why
Everything
he's here.
always comes back to
Oh,
Altair.
so he's got to collect the MacGuffins. Got it.
Yeah. Ezio personally doesn't know exactly what's behind
That was a great
the
synchronized.
door to his library. Yeah. But yeah, Ezio doesn't know exactly what's behind that door, but he knows he doesn't want the Templars to have it.
That seems to just feel like the way this series works.
Yep.
Also aliens.
Actually, there are no confirmed aliens in this series.
Yeah, okay.
It's just the ones who came, except the ones who came before were just there before, not necessarily that they came from outer
Sure,
space.
sure.
Yeah.
They could
That's what
be.
I always,
They
like-
could be. They could be. It's just never said.
Yeah. I thought it was like just they were living there before humans. Not necessarily that they were aliens.
That's exactly what it is.
Unebuk, Sheriff Usta. Is Yusuf with you?
An attack in this city demands his attention. What is our situation?
That dude doesn't have
We
a
beat
face.
back the
He's
Vanguard,
definitely
but they
evil.
are sure to send more troops.
Are your men ready for another fight?
Yep.
They are now.
Nah, he's a good guy. He's wearing the robes.
Yeah, okay.
And are you ready for a complete change of pace?
I love
with
complete
this next
changes
mission?
of pace.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you better. Well, it's. Yeah, I'll explain more about it when the
Oh,
mission actually
is this a
starts.
tower defense game?
It
Please
is.
tell me this is tower defense. Yes!
It
Nothing
is.
like a tower defense minigame to pad out your game.
I had no idea that this existed.
Well, the thing is, this is the only required tower defense game you have to do in the entire game. You can just ignore this mechanic for the entire rest of the game, but we have to do this one at the very
I
least.
feel like that's kind of par for the course for a lot
Basically,
of
what's going to
Assassin's
happen
Creed
is a
games.
bunch of Templars.
Like, there's a lot of mechanics. you
Yeah,
can
they
ignore.
sort of come up with like one or two sort of gimmicky mechanics.
Make your stand there.
Yeah.
Defend that area.
But yeah, what's going to happen is a bunch of Templars are going to come going down this street and towards the assassin den at the end.
Mhm.
We have to stop them.
Okay.
And to do that, you assign units to the rooftops and the streets. For example, these crossbowmen are just simple snipers. They'll just pick off Templars with their crossbows.
Make your stand there.
So morale acts as money.
Morale is the troops you can actually put. For example, we have 8 morale, so we can't do anything. At 10 morale, we can assign a crossbow.
So, at what point did Ubisoft say, hey guys, go on Congregate and find what's the most popular tower defense game? We're gonna rip that off, put it in our game.
And not only the streets, but you can put up barricades in the streets. Templars have to destroy those to actually get to your den.
Ah, so now it's getting strategic.
I've spent way
Yeah.
too much time playing tower defense games on the internet. This does not impress me.
Play them on my phone. So many.
Plants vs. Zombies destroyed my life.
You'd think they would just climb over it instead of whacking at the
I
barrels
kind of
with
forgot,
their sword.
but you
Yeah.
don't really need to. Yeah, in addition to your dudes being able to shoot people, you can also shoot them.
Nice. Like how it zooms in on the last dude.
From the hidden gun under Ezio's left gauntlet. Yeah. Especially as he was running away saying he has a family, and I just shot him right in the back.
Take him out.
Make your stand there.
So that's just how I roll.
Make your stand there. I need you to hold that
And
point.
riflemen are the strongest individual ranged unit, but they cost 15 morale to deploy.
It's pretty standard stuff so far.
And assassin leaders, assassin leaders sort of motivate their guys to fire faster when they're around.
Okay.
But you can't just place them anywhere you want.
So they're the boost towers.
Yeah. Well, this is the only really tower defense anything I've ever played.
There's... Oh wow! They just blew that thing up.
Hold there.
Yeah.
Like,
I do like that you can recall your units.
Yeah.
Hold there.
new barricade. This is interesting.
This is
You can also upgrade barricades.
Ah.
And you have cannons you can fire too. Since this game sort of takes place at the beginning, and I completely wasted that.
Nice.
But since this game takes place sort of at the dawn of the gunpowder age, you can't use rifles personally. You do have your hidden gun for gun attacks, but more people than ever in any previous Assassin's Creed use guns in this game. I mean, in Brotherhood and 2, they had crossbows for rooftop guards, but rooftop guards now have guns.
Damn.
It's been proven that any game that lets you use single shot guns as one of your main weapons is terrible. And I'm not like counting unless you're counting like Age of Empires or Civilization.
But it's not really your
I'm talking
main
about, like,
weapon.
action
That's like your
games.
minions' main weapon.
Yeah, that's why you can use it for them.
Yeah, you can also upgrade barricades to make them stronger. Like I was just doing there.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh, and you could put people on them too.
And you can place guys in the street to give you a little more firepower.
Nice.
Yeah. And Templars just get butchered there. Immediately.
Never mind.
But that one, they
That
started
guy.
to come back for some reason.
You know, maybe it wasn't so bad, guys. Is Ezio able to move?
I just find it kind of funny for the loyalist of a dismantled No, Ezio can't move around. He just has to watch the action. But that is not entirely true. This is sort of a basic tower defense just to get you used to this mechanic, but in later tower defenses, sometimes there will be rooftop enemies who will come after Ezio directly and you have to fight them.
Yo, you better watch out. They have a literal battering ram.
Yeah, I do like that. It's signified by
cro-
a ram.
As his custom.
Yeah, crossbow guys are pretty much useless against the battering ram, but rifle guys are pretty good against it.
No, don't stand in front of. Oh, here.
That's some pretty good stuff.
Yo,
Now would be a good time to use the cannon, though.
yo, they're getting pretty close. Oh, there it goes. I'm glad it explodes too. Everything has to
I
explode.
like how everything just explodes in squares of wood. Even if it's like even if it's like just some random dude that kills it.
Only 70% sync. Ezio would have done it better.
Well, everything explodes in video games.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't think any Templars ever got to the den. Maybe if I had saved more of my dudes' lives, that it would have gone better, but whatever.
Screw it.
I do not care.
I thought this was 100% LP. Come on.
God.
It will be. Just not 100% den defense synchronization LP.
Well,
if you
then
want to
it's
do
not
one of those, you
100%
can run your
LP.
own Revelations thread.
Anyway.
When somebody says they're doing
Send word
100%
if the
LP, I
Templars
expect all
regroup.
stats to be
I will be
nice.
with Yusuf at the Grand Bazaar Den.
Take a ferry across the Halij. It's the fastest way to the peninsula.
Onward.
And downward.
Yep.
Well, that's
This
usual.
next mission, and the neat thing with zip lines is you don't even have to start at the top of them. You can just jump
that's
sideways towards the zip line and roll down it.
Nice.
Yep.
I mean, that shouldn't dislocate his shoulder at all, surely.
Oh, I see you had a revenue deposit.
Well, nothing kills
so
it.
that mechanic's back in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yep.
you'll be able to break the economy again?
You actually need quite a bit of money to buy absolutely everything for 100% sync. In addition to that, you also need to renovate shops to get them to start doing stuff for you, like tailors and blacksmiths and bookstores.
Mhm.
But yeah,
What do
as
you
you
buy at the
renovate more
bookstores,
places,
concept art?
you buy books like the Odyssey and the Iliad and all sorts
Do you
of
get to
actually
read
real
them?
books.
It's the full text of the book
No.
contained in this game.
But you can also buy treasure maps, which show you. Yeah.
That would
You
have
can
actually
also
been
buy
really
treasure
cool.
maps, which show you the location of collectibles, like the glowing thingies we saw earlier this video.
Makes sense.
But now we
I
are
mean,
headed over to the
yeah.
Imperial District, which is
Oh,
where
boy.
the Ottoman Sultan's palace is.
This is where the cool kids are.
But we don't have
Sounds
any
good.
reason to go to the Sultan's palace. Yeah, you don't have any reason to go to the palace
No,
right now.
suddenly.
You will eventually.
Oh.
Ooh, through his helmet.
So can you kill people by punching them?
Yeah. You can kill
Oh.
people in a lot of ways in this game.
But is punching them one of them?
late for his own wedding.
See,
Yes, it is. Most
Right,
of
about
it is in
25
every
one-liner.
Assassin's Creed.
I was too late to save the bazaar then, unfortunately. But now that my army has doubled in size, we'll take it back together. This way!
Doubled in size from
When
one
the
to two
Templars took
people.
control of a district,
I mean, you
they
got
wanted
Ezio.
presence.
That's really all you need.
Hanging banners, extorting the merchants, the constant battle.
Ezio's
Basically,
like
yeah.
100 people.
They rub our noses in every
He
victory.
certainly murdered 100
They are
people
quite
in this
bold.
video alone.
Why does the Sultan tolerate this?
Sultan Bayezid is far away, Ezio, warring with his son Selim, many Fersa northwest of the city. He has been away for years. At least
Yusuf
since
just mentioned Sultan Bayezid. He's not the same guy who captured Constantinople.
Ah, but your
That
eyes are
was
open,
Mehmed
see?
II.
Hem defiled Shigibi. Believe it.
And that woman just completely got in my
And
way.
now you're part of the harem.
Must hurry.
Yep.
Too many to engage directly.
I am not confident a smoke bomb will help us here.
Smoke bomb? Ezio, it's time
Yes,
you
that is a
Italians
great
joined
line.
the 16th century. These do not obscure. They distract.
But yeah, crafting and using bombs is the other major mechanic of this game that isn't in any of the other
You
creeds.
see? They can't
We
resist.
can't craft bombs ourselves right now,
Let's
but we
move.
will very soon.
Thank
You are
God.
full of surprises today.
So
Crafting
basically, it's
explosives
just
is a new
Bomb
hobby,
Central.
One we borrowed from the Chinese and have taken to with great passion.
We borrowed
Yeah,
them,
there are-
and we probably stole it.
You know.
Who is the mentor here, Ezio?
You can find treasure chests with bomb ingredients all over the city. People are carrying bomb ingredients for no reason in particular. And you can carry up to 12 bombs of your own at any one time. So you just bombs.
Bombs everywhere. I love it.
And there's also neat bombs like the lamb's blood bomb that you throw on people and it splatters lamb's blood all over them.
Did you just say meat bombs?
Pretty
Make me
much.
proud.
Lamb's
Although
blood.
he said neat, not meat.
Because I thought you said meat bombs.
Well, yeah.
Wait, cherry bombs? I don't think they were called cherry bombs back in the 16th century.
What, are we gonna throw him into a
are
16th century
now.
toilet?
What 16th century toilet?
There they go.
But there's also the iron
Hurry,
pyrite
we're
bomb,
nearly
which is
there.
a bomb filled with fake gold coins that you can throw onto the street, and civilians will flock to pick
I
up
love
the
money bombs.
fake gold. Yep.
Do you have truth bombs?
Unfortunately, no.
That's a shame.
But you have poison bombs. You toss them into a crowd, it poisons everyone inside of it.
Oh dear.
This is another of our many dens taken
Well, let's
by
murder
Templars.
'em.
My first
Somewhere
attempt at
among
this
rabble
mission
is
was
a Templar captain.
my first
Kill
attempt
him,
at this mission
then
was
climb the
quite
tower
embarrassing.
and light our signal
I'll tell you why in about a few
This
minutes
warns
after
the
this little
Templars.
cutscene is
So
done.
you're saying we
Time
don't
to
get to
pack
see
up
the
and
fun
go.
run?
Bene, you create a distraction. I will send them home.
Unfortunately, no.
This camera. Are you in control here of...
I mean, you can fail missions in this game, and no, I'm just watching, guys. But yeah, there are lots of funny ways to fail missions, but just in the interest of time, I had to cut them out. I will try to remember all the hilarious ways I failed missions, because at least I have the camera running when I do.
Yeah, there you go. You can make like a video.
Oh, you just have to... Gotcha.
Over here.
Okay,
should
so
just
here
have,
you have to talk to.
No, go ahead.
Here you have to talk to. Here you have to
Whenever
talk
the
to
Templars
Yusuf
commandeer
to
one
keep
of
this
our
mission
dens,
going and actually
they leave a
summon the
captain in
Templar
charge.
captain.
Search
But
the
on my
area
first
carefully.
attempt, I forgot
How to
about
do
that,
that.
and I was wandering around the Templar-controlled area without any captain, and I was wondering where this guy was. He doesn't spawn until you talk to him. So I was just wandering around until I got spotted, and then I had to restart because full synchronization requires you don't get spotted here.
Oops.
Is it... Do you have to
Yep.
kill him without getting spotted? Or
Yeah.
after...
You
You,
just have
you have to escape without getting spotted, too.
You have to kill him and then light the signal fire on top of the tower without getting spotted to fully synchronize this mission. And there he is, just milling about.
Doesn't even notice the body.
Oh,
Oh, there
well,
they go.
no, they did notice the
My
body.
God.
That's the thing. This is like, but, well, whatever. Just an average day. One of my soldiers are dead for no reason.
He'll be getting his.
It was the 1500s and the 1600s. Oh, there he goes.
Yep.
So now we ET phone home to tell the rest of the assassins that we're good.
Yeah, now I just need to climb to the top of this tower to let everyone know. And I ran next to a couple of guards, but I got away before they noticed me.
Because who would expect someone to jump off of a roof?
I don't see him. I've seen him. Which way did he go? I don't see him. I've seen him.
And the thing with guards is that they have
I
two
don't see
states
him.
of
I've seen him
noticing you.
before.
Yeah, they have two states of noticing you. When it starts filling up with yellow, that's when they see you, but they aren't doing anything hostile. And then when that yellow fills to red, then they'll actually come over and investigate where you are.
Yep, I remember that. And then they're like, "Oh crap!"
Which counts
and
as being
if the
spotted?
red fills up, yeah, and if the red fills up all the way, then you get spotted.
Oh,
well, the fire started. Guess we better
it
leave.
would just be like, well, oh no.
Well, they know a bunch of assassins
not create any
are gonna be crawling
conflict
around
okay.
that location.
That makes more sense than
Yeah.
getting spotted.
That's basically the same thing.
Yeah, I should have said that.
Because
but-
technically they did spot you. You know, it's just.
Yeah, I just ran off before I started actually fighting them.
I'm seeing very strange activity in the Animus.
Oh?
The CPU should be fairly idle. But
Actually, the
system
conversation that happened at the very start of this video, I cut off the recording for the first.
I'm not sure.
I cut off the recording for the
Did you
first
perform
video
Windows
just
Update?
before they started talking again.
Fair enough. God,
But yeah, I stopped recording just before they started talking. So I was worried that I cut out an entire conversation, but as soon as I reloaded this save, I got that conversation again.
That's good.
16? Desmond, think about this.
You remember the Subject 16 stuff from 2,
I
right,
went with
Vicus?
Was he the guy who was voiced by Cam
He was
Clark?
16.
It could work. Just for a while.
Yeah.
Nice.
Until I found a way out.
He left all those
Yeah, the
puzzles
body,
in
maybe,
Assassin's
or-
Creed 2.
I don't know.
This is that guy.
Wow.
Oh, this
just-
was the guy that was previously in
I don't
Abstergo
want to be
in the
here
first
anymore.
Yeah.
game? Okay.
Yeah.
The one that painted the
guy
walls
that-
with
the
his
guy
blood or
that-
whatever.
Not going to happen. Sorry.
Yeah, this is that
No.
exact same guy.
Huh, I guess I had my chance.
But now he's just forced to hang out in
And I
the
waste.
Animus because his mind is just completely broken from all the experiments Abstergo put him through.
Nice.
So he's a digital
He shows up in
ghost.
cutscenes and does stuff.
Were they close?
Exactly.
Desmond and Lucy?
Entirely. So.
I mean, closer than friends?
And those 5
oh,
pillars,
there was the occasional
those little
misty-eyed
glowing
moment,
thingies
but-
we saw around, they're called Animus
like
data
to,
fragments.
That's
And
what
once
you
you get
told me.
enough of them, you can access one of those pillars.
Interesting.
And what it is,
That's it?
I'm not going to
Just
spoil it right now, but it's
interesting?
basically
spent a
Desmond
lot of
talking
time
over
training
for his
each other
entire
when they were
backstory.
younger.
Oh, so this is where we
But I
finally
don't want to
learn his
spoil what
origins.
what
I
that
just find this
entails
whole
just
situation
yet.
Quite sad.
Yeah.
Sad? Are you finally getting soft on us, Bill?
Glad we can close that loop.
But in this little hub area, you can just monkey around what's called the Animus.